Hi again. In the last video we found all the documents we need to generate a Linux operating system on ARTY Z720 board. In this video I want to start building the Ubuntu operating system on my virtual machine on my host computer. For this I'll go back to the user guide, the UG 1144, and look back at the requirements. I need a virtual machine with 8 GB RAM, at least 2 CPUs. They say here minimum 8, but 2 or 4 is enough. I'll choose 4. I need 100 GB free hard disk. We won't use all the hard disk, it's just a place in our hard disk. And we need an operating system, a Linux. We choose Ubuntu and we choose 20.04. Now since 20.04 is not the latest version of Ubuntu, we search for Ubuntu all releases. Here we can find the 20.04 version, and we will download the Ubuntu 20.04 desktop AMD 64 ISO. ISO is a file that you need to burn on a hard disk. So you can burn on a hard disk, put it in a new computer without operating system, and it will start up and start installing the Ubuntu on the hard disk. In our case, we will have a virtual machine, which is no different. We still have a machine. We just need to point the hard disk to this file. Now, since I already downloaded the file, I will stop the download here and I'll start my virtual machine. I'll make a new machine. I'll call this Ubuntu 20.04. The default place for virtual machine is in C disk, but since my CD is just 500 mega and I have a large disk as D, I have a place for it as D, and I want to show you that you don't care where you put it anywhere in your system. You don't need to put it in C. Now in my demo file I will create a virtual VM directory where I'll put my virtual machine, and this is good enough. Now I need, like I said, I need 8 GB of RAM. So 8 GB is 9192 of RAM. Virtual hard disk, I use the virtual machine image. I use it dynamically, so I don't use any more space than I need, even if I give it 100 or 120 GB. I'll need 100, I'll give it 120, and we have our machine. Now we need some more setting. First of all, we need processor. As many processor as I can give it from my host machine. I decided to give it 4 because it's enough, and if you have more you can give more. It doesn't really matter. 1 is very slow, 1 or 2, so you better off with 4. Storage. This is my virtual CD-ROM. Here I go to my disks that I loaded, the ISO, In my case, after I download it, I moved it here. And here is the downloaded file of ISO of Ubuntu 20.04. Next we need a share folder to move files from the virtual machine to the host. So I go back to my demo file, I'll open a new file, a new directory, and I'll call it shared. Now here I will add a shared directory, and I point this to the directory in my demo file which I created. I'll auto mount it and I'll give it a name in the Linux system. By the way, you can use WinNCP or PuTTY to use files from the Linux machine to the host and back. This is too much for this video, so we're happy with the share folder. Okay, and now let's start the machine. We're starting the machine. Check everything up. And as you can see, it found my ISO file, which is the hard disk. I install Ubuntu. Just a few clicks to start it to install. I choose the language. Normal installation. Erase the disk, it's just space in my hard disk, so I don't really care. Continue. I point my location. I'm putting a username and a password. This will be also my root password, even though it's my main user password. Log in automatically, and I'm starting to install the Ubuntu 20.04 on my virtual machine. Now, this will take time, usually about 20 minutes. So here I'll pause the video and I'll come back when the download is the installation will be finished. Okay, like I said, it took about 20 minutes. The Ubuntu is installed on my virtual machine and it needs to be restarted, so I restart it. We need to pull out the disk. I did it. When we open the disk, we see it will be empty, and we will. And my virtual machine is up. Some questions they ask us about the installation. Just next, and we're done. But we're not quite done. As you can see, it doesn't recognize the host machine. If I open it like this, you see that the display doesn't feel all the screen. And if I want to write something in my host machine, let's say I want to write and I want to copy it into my virtual machine. I open a terminal. The paste is out. I can't do that. So here it asks us if we want, there is a new version, the 22.4.1. Do you want to upgrade? No, we intentionally use the 20.04, so we don't want to update. Are you sure? Yes, I'm sure. There are software update which are for the 20.4. We will not use them now, we can use them later. So now, first the switch between to copy paste to use the clipboard, we go to device, shared clipboard, we took it bidirectional, so we can copy from the Linux to the host and from the host to the Linux. We also use the drag and drop, even though most of the time it doesn't work. We have here, like I said, setting, we go back to our virtual CD-ROM and we see it's empty. We press enter if you remember before. So now we need to go to our host machine and take from C file, from the installation of the virtual machine box installation, which is program file, Orcal VirtualBox, and we have here an ISO file. Like I said, it's a disk file which have the guest definition from the host to the virtual machine. We take it into the virtual CD-ROM and we put it in our virtual machine. The virtual machine found out that we have a software that can run. If I press run here, this will probably fix all the problems that I have will define the virtual machine, the host machine definitions for screen size and so on. But sometimes it doesn't work. I won't do that, and I teach you here how to do it manually. Open in terminal. I open a terminal. I go as root, so I do sudo super user and I go as root. I use my password. Like I said, the password for my user is the same password for the root user, only because this is the user I used to install the Ubuntu. If you don't, any other user you might add later will have its own password. Now I will go cd media, and I will make dir here CD-ROM. I will mount the CD-ROM, the disk from the CD-ROM, which is in dev CD-ROM, into the newly created disk folder, media CD-ROM. This is the folder I created. It says read only because this is a disk in a real machine. We are in a virtual machine. I go into this CD-ROM folder and I do ll, and here is the software that it's previously detected. We need to run this software so the virtual machine will know the definitions of the host machine, and I can open my full screen and I will get copy and everything else. So I'm doing sh virtualbox.run vbox linux additions.run. I let it run. It says the virtual machine need to restart it, so I'll restart it. And the virtual machine has restarted, and it knows the definition of the host. Now I can use it small or I can use it large as I want. And now I'll open a terminal and I go again to be a super user. And I'll go to the root file system and ll, and here we can see our shared folder. The shared folder is here. Now here, let me write here a command. For example, I write Ubuntu works. I'm writing it on the host computer, and I'll copy it with copy into my virtual box. I'll go cd to the shared folder. There's nothing here, and here the paste is on, and I can move my command and look at the host computer in my shared folder. Once I generate a file here, it's appear here, and I can open it. Save it, and you can see that I can, if I cut it here, you see the change that I made here is here. So I can move files. Once we will finish our CD-ROM for the CD card for the ARTY Z720, we'll need to move the files out of the virtual box. So now you can see how we can do that. So we have our virtual machine with Ubuntu. In the next video, we'll install the Peta Linux software. I'll see you then. Goodbye.